Canon just announced the new 70-200 2.8? Why? Okay, I get it. I know Canon's trying to milk more cash out of the professional market. It's nice to upgrade stuff that has been out for a long time. This lens is about 10 years old, but this is like the highest performing Canon lens that I own. This is my best performing lens. So when Canon announced a new version of it, it's got a few new things. I'll put those here. That sounds all nice, but I bet most people that own the 70-200 and have a great copy of it probably won't be upgrading. I mean, this lens is near perfect. Besides being, weighing 10 pounds. So just for fun, I thought in the comments below and here we'd share what Canon announcement really would have made us excited. Okay, definitely number one, more exciting than this would have been an announcement for a full-frame mirrorless camera. Something that has a optical and a digital EVF. I think that I would have been most excited about. And there are rumors that Canon is working on a mirrorless full frame to compete with Sony's like kicking butt with the full frame market. And I would be really excited to have a mirrorless camera where I can slap on a 70-200 or all my other EF lenses. So more exciting would have been a full frame mirrorless announcement that takes EF lenses. Number two, an upgrade to the 50mm 1.4. Now, Canon makes three 50mm lenses. They make their cheap nifty 50, which is a great lens. If you don't have a Canon prime lens, that's a great lens to get started with. They also have their high-end 50mm 1.2, which kind of needs an upgrade too. But there's this middle child, which is forgotten. There's this awesome price range that's being neglected, which is sad, is the, the $300 lens market. And the 50mm 1.4 is a great lens, but it's just so old. I wish they would upgrade it like this and kind of make it like this 35 f2, which is one of my favorite lenses. This has image stabilization. It's crazy sharp. It's beautiful. It's lightweight. Focus is fast. So I wish they would make a 50mm that's between the El Cheapo and the crazy expensive. That would have been exciting. Right now I use the 50mm 1.4 art lens. It's heavy and doesn't focus as fast as the 35 f2. 3, a camera that shoots 4K. Now Canon has cameras that shoot 4K, but there's always something they take out. They either make the, in the Canon 5D Mark IV, the format for 4K was too large and hard to work with. Maybe the next 80D, like the 90D, they can't call it that. That'd be great to have like a flippy screen, vloggy, it's okay if it's APS kind of 4K camera. Maybe even throw image stabilization in there, but that's asking too much from Canon. Next, same with the 50mm 1.4 that's being neglected. The 85 1.8 is just sitting there collecting dust. Canon recently announced an 85 1.4 with image stabilization. That's a great lens, again in the thousands. They also have the 85 1.2, which, event photographers love, wedding photographers love, portrait photographers love. But then all the way down, there's this 85 1.8, which I used to own, but it just kind of got outdated. And the newer sensors, it just didn't perform as well as the other lenses, like what Sigma's doing. So it would have been great if Canon announced an 85 1.8, update that lens, again, keep it in the same price range. That would have been exciting. If you want to throw the 135 f2 lens, I sold that lens. That lens is fantastic, but I found I wasn't using it because the 70-200 version 2 was outperforming it and was more versatile. It goes from 70, where you can get closer to your subject, get tight, portraits, or you can move back and compress the background. The 135 f2 was one of my favorite lenses, but it just wasn't getting enough play. It didn't have image stabilization for me to use at events, so this guy I always grabbed the 70-200 and not the 135. Sony, I hate to admit, is killing it with their announcements and upgrading their cameras and bang for buck. Fuji is doing a great job with their mirrorless, smaller cameras. Not gonna give up my Fuji X-T20 unless there's a Fuji X-T30 out there. Panasonic with the GH5, 4K, image stabilization, they all are doing things, and Canon is just like, come on. Anyway, guys, what do you think you would have been excited about? Maybe like a rose gold version of this? In the comments, name one thing that you would be excited about to purchase from Canon, because they are lagging behind. 9DD.